All right, y'all. We are live. Hello, Xenia. And anybody else that's on here that hasn't posted yet. Running just a few minutes late, but that's okay. We're going to let a few people get in here before we get started. Y'all can probably all tell what this is going to be about just by looking at the title that I put on here. I kind of give y'all a clue into what we was talking about. So we're going to slowly let it send it out to everybody. Hopefully it does send it out to everybody. Howdy, Smoking. Hello, Xenia. So that's what we're waiting on, is just to let it get out some. We got the baby right here, Content, beside us. She's rolling around. But if you didn't read the title and you just seen where it says Bible study, then it's going to be some end time stuff to help you get through it. It's going to be how to persevere through trials. So we're going to go through some Bible verses on things that it talks about to let us know what to do during this time so that we can get through all of it. Xenia says, hello, Jeff and girls.
Hi.
Faye says hi. And Jeff says hi, and he may come on in a few minutes. He don't know. He's been mowing all day. Well, he's been weed eating and push mowing, so he's had the hard stuff. Hey, Courtney. Let me get you, because you scooching. You scooching. You scooching. It's right beside the table. Right beside the table in that package. Hey, Josie. Hello, Holly. So it looks like YouTube is sending it out a little bit better this time. Good job. Y'all say hello. Hey there.
Wave your hand, Rebecca.
Rave.
Well, that's pretty good for a first time learner.
Walmart has admitted about shortages coming in May. Yeah, I seen some stuff about that, and I done figured that was going to be a thing too. Was definitely going to be shortages coming with all this stuff that's going on with China. There's no doubt it's going to have to on a lot of stuff, because if we're not buying stuff from them, there's no way it's getting made here. So we know there's going to be a shortage. All right. See, I'm going to go sit back down. Traveling to Alabama on the road now. Oh, boy, Xenia. Hubby's driving. Well, y'all stay safe on the road. Watch out for the crazy people. And we shall see you when you get to Alabama. Yeah, welcome to Alabama before you even get to Alabama. We'll give you your first welcome to Alabama. If y'all two, come on, grab your seat over to the side here.
They'll see what I'm doing when I come around.
I'd like to get a fig tree starter plant, Josie says.
The dog is.
Yeah, the dog is
I
right
think
under
I
me.
got his address.
Send your address, Josie.
I'm going to hook
in
him
case
up.
we don't still have it. He said he'd hook you up. Thank you, Xenia.
That dog. Can you get that dog fake for me?
Will you move the bandit, babe?
Thank you.
Come here, little
She's Gatorade. I get her. Okay.
Look who's coming. Look who's coming.
Okay.
So we got
I'm
him.
here.
He's here.
I'm giving out, but I'm here. How y'all doing today? You want me to do this? I mean, with you or anything?
Yeah,
I don't know what she's going to talk
You mean you
about.
didn't hear what my was
No.
talking? Look at that. Look at that. He wouldn't pay no
I
attention to me
know
while
right
ago.
now.
I'm going to set her down.
I know right now. We're going through a test right now, and I know what time
Hey,
it is.
Stephanie.
So I'm sure something about the end times. Who all we
Xenia
got
says
on?
hello, little one.
Hey to everybody. I'm going to say again to him. I said, hey, a while ago. So if anybody didn't hear me, I've been working all
Yeah,
day.
in case y'all didn't hear him because he was in the other room right then. So, all right, we about got everybody kind of started coming in here. So if you're in the background, say hello. Don't be shy. Nobody on here is going to chew your heads off.
You showed him the baby a while ago?
Yeah, I held her for a minute because she was scooching. So I said, I'll get you. Corn in West Virginia is 3 inches tall. Have we even got any corn sprouting anywhere around here in the field yet?
I can't believe it's already that early. Yeah, I did see somewhere that
Okay.
field corn is about. It was about an inch. It was not tall at all.
Yeah.
It was about
But we've had quite a
2
bit
or
of
3
rain.
or 400 acres of it. It's a bunch of it.
So it slowed it down on getting it in the fields too, I guess the usual. Bandit's happy. Okay. All right. So
What
since we got a bunch of people on here, we're
I've got
going to
some
get
Gatorade,
this
y'all.
little study started. I gave up social media for Lent and took a break. Missed you all. All right. Well, at least you're back.
I don't blame you for giving up.
Everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a break.
Yeah, everybody
Sometime
really
or another.
does.
Whether it's for Lent or just whatever. Everybody needs a break. We was wondering where you went, though. Smoking, I hope you brushed your hair because Holly's keeping a good check on you. All right. Here we go. All right. So if y'all seen the title, and now you're kind of seeing the title, How to Persevere Through Trials. So we're going to get to this and get it started. Did you ever get that bride? All right. In this Bible study, we're going to be going through a lot of different Bible verses, specifically in Lamentations, 1 Corinthians, Job, Peter, Daniel, 2 Corinthians. So there's quite a few that we're going to jump through here, but we're going to kind of go through some stuff. This is a time period, just like Smoking even said it, that Walmart has done release and let everybody know that there's going to be shortages in May. And we know that we're definitely going to be going through a bunch of stuff. So whether it's the food shortages that could possibly be coming up or regular products or anything like that, because we rely way more than we should on China for stuff. So we could be seeing shortages just about in everything from socks to food. So whether it's trials on this kind of stuff that's going on in worldly events or whether it's just something plain and simple, as Courtney says, I can give a lesson on this, whether it's something that's going on in your life right now that is a trial or tribulation, there's one thing that we know that we can always count on, and that's God. And you need to know in the Bible where to look for the Bible verses and the strength and the things that he tells you that will help you to persevere through these trials. So that is what we're going to be going through, because if you're going through any form of trial or tribulation right now, you definitely need to know that God is there with you, even if it feels like you're completely alone with nobody else. He is always there for you, and he has a plan. Even if it doesn't seem like he has a plan or you have no clue whatever it is happening, he has a plan. Just like all this stuff that's happening right now worldwide, he's still in control and he still has a plan, and it has to play out. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be pretty or that it's going to be easy, but it just means that he definitely has a reason that it's happening. You might not see it till later on, and you may never even really realize why it happened in the first place, but there was a reason that it did happen. So I'm going. You got anything to say?
There's a lot of tensions worldwide. We're about this close from a World War III. Just to be honest with you, I know y'all know this. It's tensions on top of tensions worldwide. And I feel like in my heart there has been a falling away from the Lord. Do you believe that right there? I mean, to what it used to be. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all agree with that or it's like that in y'all's area. But it seemed like to me, it used to be a lot more people would talk about the Lord and stuff. Now when we go out in public, there's been a falling away, a massive falling away. Even here in Alabama. I don't know if it's like that in y'all's area, but it really has. It's really, and everybody's way different now.
They are way different.
They're way different.
They're devoured, as we was talking about in our last Bible study about some of the stuff that has happened. So let's get into some of the Bible verses. The first thing that you need to realize, and this is one of the main things that you do need to realize, is God's sovereignty. God is in control of everything. He has been since the beginning, and he will be until the end. Even if it may look like, just like he's talking about in the world, that everybody's gone crazy and nothing's going like it should be going, it is definitely God still in control, no matter how it may look like Satan is winning right now. He may be winning for a short period. He may be devouring people, and it may seem like we're the outcast and we're low in numbers. But in the long run, God still has a plan. That plan is still coming together, and he is still definitely in control. So if you want to know what sovereignty means, that just means that he's in control, that he is over everything. And we can look at Lamentations 3:31, and that's going to let us know a little about that.
Come
Come here. You want help? Are you want help?
I'm going to show off on YouTube.
You want help?
Say, forget about this Bible study. I want to be the show now.
So I'm going to be the show. So we're going to go through 31 to 33. Lamentations chapter 3, 31 through 33. For the Lord will not cast off forever, but though he cause grief, yet will he have compassion according to the multitude of his mercies. For he doth not afflict willingly, nor grieve the children of man. What? You're trying to stand up, but you ain't big enough to stand up yet. That's letting you know that even though you are seeing the afflictions going on, all the bad stuff that's going on, and all that kind of something even may be happening right now in your life that you look at as bad and not good, that God is still in control. He sees your afflictions. He has compassion about it, but yet we still have to go through trials and tribulations. It's a test in this life. It's a test to see if your faith will withstand it. And, if you still put God first and still let him be in control, no matter what's going on, you have to remember that he is still in control. He is still sovereign.
We need to be on his side, too, with all this going down, because he'll let you choose your own side. He'll let you choose your own destiny. That's how good God is. He may have made us, but he will let you choose your own destiny.
Yes, he will. Our church has lost a lot of believers here in Jersey. Holly, the churches here does not have near as many people.
No, they don't.
They don't. Not like it used to be.
There's been a major falling away.
In Psalms in the end times, the wrong will come right. Yes, wrong will be right. Right will be wrong. We definitely see that right now because a lot of stuff that we know right now is wrong is being portrayed to us as it's okay and that we should accept it and that it's normal. And we know that it is not.
There's a lot right now. Look, we could be here all day on this right here, just talking about that. Mm-hmm. That's exactly the truth.
Is that what you're saying?
It's really weird now how people will think, and that's so many of the people that I'm talking about right now. You really got to, like when we go to Walmart or something, we just mainly stay to ourselves now because so many people is been devoured. Just to be honest with y'all, it's just really you can see it when you go out in public, even in Alabama.
Are you
really have? It's a shame what we're seeing.
How are you? Are you saying praise Jesus like
Some
Holly says?
Church agree and they have gone away from
They have. They're not preaching what, like we were saying last time, the hellfire and brimstone message.
Prosperity.
They want to preach to you that, well, if you're not doing good financially, if you don't have a big house, if you don't have a brand new car, if you're not wearing brand name everything, well, it's because you're doing something wrong. Because if you do right, God's going to bless you and you're going to be a millionaire. That is not what God preached. God told the disciples and people to follow him to leave everything behind. He didn't say, well, first off, we got to go find a big house to live in. He said, leave everything behind and follow me. So that is definitely something that is new age money churches trying to bring in money. So definitely something we got to watch out for.
That is going on. It really is.
Lamentations 3:37 says, who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass, when the Lord commandeth it not? It's letting us know that no matter what's going on in your life, you can do anything that you want to try to change the situation. And if it's not meant to be different, if it's not meant to be changed, and if it's not in God's plan or God's will, it will not change. We cannot go out there in our yard and look at the grass and say, tree grow without planting a seed or, something like that. We cannot do something like God does. So we can't change our situation. We can do our best with it. But if it's not God's plan, it will not change. Whatever he has already lined out is what is going to happen. And you just have to roll with it, as they say. You just have to deal with it the best you can and understand that God is still sovereign and in control.
I know they've always.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. I hate everybody else, too. That went on
Are you looking at Nana, Chris?
I know they've been always false teachers. I'll say like they're out there all the way through time, but they really have come out more right now than I've ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. It really is. You got to be really careful for that right there. Because, they're supposed to be welcoming everybody. If you're rich, you're poor, middle class, it don't matter. If you're going to have them doors open, you're supposed to be for God and Jesus Christ. I know y'all know that. But not everybody's going by them rules and stuff. They're going by their own rules. And that's where they're going for the money aspect. Y'all know what they're going for. I'm sure all y'all smart on that right there. Got to be really weary for watching for people like that too. Mm-hmm. Basically a wolf in sheep's clothing.
That's exactly what it is. The next one we're going to do is Lamentations 3:25. So we're going to kind of go back up instead of going down on this one because
she's
in the order.
Again,
she can. Chris is always canning
she's
dehydrating or something.
She's
As
always
long as she's not in the hospital doing it, it's okay.
That's good. That is very good preparing, Chris. I got to brag on that. Anybody right now that's doing that right now, I got to brag on y'all all that's doing it.
Yeah.
If we try, God sees your effort and stuff. I'm proud of you too. I know He is.
You're sure.
Plus, with all the food going up like it is, it's going to be something good to eat in the future because it's really going up every time I go to the store.
Yeah. So we need to know that because God is sovereign and good, we can put our complete hope and trust in Him. And that's what Lamentations 3:25 says. It says, the Lord is good unto them that wait for Him, to the soul that seeketh Him. If you seek God, if you do your best to do right and to follow Him and to seek wisdom and knowledge and to have a relationship with Him, He is there for He's there for you. And He will do everything He can to help you. He will bless you. He will help you in every way possible. But you need a relationship with Him, and you don't need a prosperity one. You don't need to go to church on Sunday and think if you tithe 10% or 20% for that matter, you can tithe all you want to a church, and it's not going to get you to heaven. Is it a good thing to do if you want to tithe or you want to help somebody out? Yes, that's fine if you want to do that. But you still need a personal relationship with Him through the rest of the week and not just on that Sunday and think that you're good. Because good people, the Bible tells us right quick that no one is good. None of us are going to make it to heaven by just our works. We have to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and then we have to show His love, and we have to show our works through Him. We can't just say, well, I done this and I done that, because that's not going to get you there. Dolly wants to bark because she knows we're on live stream. She's asking for a snack.
Wants something. Well, she's going to eat. She loves to eat.
She loves to eat.
She's the older dog. She loves to eat. Thank God she's still living. We got that jaw surgery on her and stuff. She's had a rough time with her jaw, but she still can eat. It's the main thing. You want me to give her something to eat?
It's up to you if you want to go up. So you'll have to open up a jar of hamburger meat. It's either that or we can listen to her bark. You pick.
I'll give her something.
You know how Dolly is.
Canned hamburger meat.
Yeah, that'd be fine. She eats as much out of my pantry as anybody. She thinks that she has to eat food like we eat. So there's no telling how many cans of chicken that I've canned or beef that I've canned that's been opened and given to her because she likes it. Okay, finally had our last frost last week. Woo, y'all finally warming up a little. We've got stuff growing. I need to get a video out and show y'all some of the pepper plants and stuff like that we've got. We got tomatoes and pepper plants and all that growing. Smokin's done getting vegetables. He's done getting zucchini. I mean, he is ahead of the game because he's done got stuff coming in. So y'all, he stepped it up. We're gonna have to keep up with him. Which he's down there in Florida. He gets a little bit of a jump start, but he's got it in gear. I'm driving now, so I'm placing you in my car, TV, and radio. All right, I can go over the radio system. Our church is helping the seniors to pay some bills and meds. Yeah, see, that's part of the persevere through these trials because times are getting tougher by the day. I mean, I can go in the grocery stores right now, and you can see that there's people putting less food in their grocery carts, and there's not, they wanted us to be a consumer nation, send all our manufacturing plants over to China and just become a consumer nation. Well, this nation is not consuming like it was. It's not consuming food. It's not consuming, electronics, clothing, any of that stuff, because I'm seeing less and less of that in the store. A lot less going on than there was. What are you doing? You trying to get up and run? Are you talking to him? God love the Midwest. Need to move south. Yeah, if you was south, it warms. It's done. We're in a whole nother season than half of the country is right now. Because just like Courtney's still icy in the mornings and you're just now warming up, we've done hit full-fledged summer. It's hot, it's sticky, and it's humid. So definitely. I went downtown to get some rolls. That's when I caught it. Woo! That ain't good with the freezer out.
Somebody lost something.
Chris's freezer's messed up while she's canning.
I seen Josie's post a while ago. he's just go through the storm. If you will, ask for prayer for them.
Yeah, we're going to ask for anybody right now that's going through the storms, because I know it's hitting a lot of places again in that same spot. So y'all pray for Josie since he's having storms.
We've had storms after storms.
Yeah, we've had storms too. People don't help like they did before, and now everyone is hurting. She may want fresh water. You know how Dolly is. She don't like anything. If her water gets a little bit old throughout the day, you have to rinse it out and give her fresh water. She's picky, very picky for a dog. Right beside the kitchen counter right there. Look to God for answers. That is the next thing we're going to do. Divine knowledge. If there's one thing that you want, is wisdom and knowledge from the smartest, I don't know how you can say, I can't say the smartest person, but I mean, he created everything. So you're not going to get no smarter than him. So you definitely want to look to God for your wisdom, for your knowledge. The book of Job, that's a primary example of suffering in the Bible. And if you want to look for a comment on God's wisdom, you can go to Job 28:12. So let me pull that up. I got one hand here. The other one is, oh, what you kicking about? I'm going to read him this. Job 28:12 says, but where shall wisdom be found, and where is the place of understanding? Man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. It's not here. Your main knowledge is not here. Your main knowledge is going to be with God. You want to look to him for everything, for the knowledge of what to do in any kind of situation. He is who you need to talk to. You need to pray and ask God to guide you in everything that you do, to guide you in any situation you're in, to help you to make the best decision and to help you with what you're going through, because he is the one out of anybody out there that can help you. There's no one else that can do it. I'm going to go down to Job 28. Let's see.
Hey, girl.
Which one is it? 28, and I believe it's verse 28. Let me get down here and see. And he said, and unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. So if you want the best wisdom, you need to know God, you need to fear God. And what that means by fear God, a lot of people will say, well, you have to fear your God, you have to be afraid of him. What kind of God is that? No, it means to know that God is in control of everything. And it's one thing, a lot of people says, well, we fear man. You fear God out of anybody, because man may kill your body, he may punish your body, but God can send your soul to hell.
That's right.
Eternal. So if there's anybody out there that you need to fear and that you need to do your best to follow their commandments and to do right for, it's God, because God is sovereign over everything, and he has the last say so with anything that happens eternal. And your soul is what he's in control of. Man may kill you, but that's all he can do. He can't go no further than that. Your soul is eternal, and if God condemns your soul, then you've got some serious issue.
He's in full control, even though we got a bunch of people out there, don't name no names. They want power, they want money and riches of this world. We're going to leave just like we was when we die. We ain't going to leave with nothing we got. Y'all know that. I know y'all are some smart people. Y'all know we're going to do as best as we can on this earth, but God will judge us all.
Mm-hmm. Chris, I'm seeing a lot of that too. People having to put stuff back because they didn't have enough to get it.
It's happening bad.
So bless you for buying it for them, because there's a lot of that around here. Have y'all seen the man on the internet saying God sent him since the Pope passed away, and we should all listen to him and do as he says on it? Is that the one that we've seen some of it on?
Yeah.
We've been kind of looking at that and keeping up with some stuff on that. If it's the one we're talking about.
One.
I agree, Holly. I think he's pretty bad. I don't get the good vibes from him.
No.
At all. So that's where divine knowledge will come in too, is to be watching stuff like that and be able to decipher and see,
all people like
some
that,
of the stuff that's going on.
What y'all seen, that's a prelude to the Antichrist and stuff. he's going to come into power, but I don't think he's the man. But he is, might as well say, a littler worker of, he's just a littler Antichrist. Might as well say it like that.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, what's wrong with you? You going to run this live stream? They probably listen to you.
Yeah, I've been running it.
Ain't going to be long for you talking. Y'all going to get to hear it, too, when she starts talking.
I've stopped at this place to eat, and I have heads staring at me watching you on my phone. Well, they need to know that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. So there you go. Whoever's listening in the background of Xenia's phone. Yes, pray for discernment. Pray for knowledge to see, the good and the evil and the bad and all that kind of stuff. That way you know what's happening and what's going on. Because you definitely need spiritual discernment.
Because a lot of people that don't have a spiritual discernment, when they're going somewhere, they see totally different than somebody with spiritual discernment and stuff. I know y'all know what I'm saying. I mean, the weakness is everywhere when you go out in public. You can just tell. You more or less got to mind your own self, your own business, and get your stuff done. Watch out for other people. That's how mean people has gotten now. I wish it was not that way. I remember a day it was not that way, but it is that way now.
Are you wanting a bottle? Or you want something to drink? Hey, Faye. Will you fix your sister a bottle? Yeah. She's coming.
She's wanting something
She's
to drink.
She's going to take care of you. You don't have to heat it or anything. Just use your water. Sister's going to get it, so she'll be here. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You've eaten a lot today, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Can y'all tell I'm
Can
eating?
y'all tell how much she's grown? She really has grown. I've been looking at her this week. She looks so different than she did from last week. She's growing so much.
Yeah. Let's see. It's all in the Bible, sad, but a lot of people a lot of people will fall for it, Chris. A lot of people's going to follow.
They're going to get deceived, yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, they will.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the deception that's coming is going to be, y'all know right now, when the devil fell, which he's Satan, he was Lucifer during that time, he fell. He's going to use every tactic he can because he don't like us at all because we're all of God's flesh. He don't like us.
Yep.
And he's going to use every means possible or get anybody to help him do his little plan.
Mm-hmm. Tell them to subscribe.
Who's that?
All them people on Xenia's phone. So tell them to subscribe. First word's going to be Nana. Is your first word going to be Nana? Say Nana Chris? Is it going to be Nana Chris? Oh, I don't know. Is that a yes or no?
I know y'all know, just like her, what she's going to endure and when times come is going to be way different. It's going to get on down the line. I know I wished it would get better economically and everything else, but it's a plan to jack everything up, control and stuff. It really is. On that.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I want to tell y'all.
Situated.
If you talking about that man, I seen him a while ago preaching.
No,
he's on that man. I watched him. I was heading home, and he's about 5 years older than me, somewhere around that. He's out there preaching by himself, and everybody was. He had a loudspeaker too. He was right there on the main roads on 231 and what's the other? And 75, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming out of Birmingham and. You're going towards Gadsden one way, and you're going every which way. But anyway, people did not want to hear it. This is Alabama we're talking about. People was not listening to that man. He was preaching the truth too.
And it's not out of your way just a second.
I told Sasha, I said, I hope that man is prayed up and ready because anytime if I know he is and stuff because if he hadn't been, somebody probably would have jumped on him. That's how far we've got in society right now. But he was trying his best. He's preaching about the Lord and stuff. We waved at him and stuff. I was proud to see that.
He wanted that old Patsy.
You don't see that much like you used to. We'd see a street preacher just about everywhere in Alabama, but now it's very uncommon to see them like we used to. $2 chicken here, 3 piece. Wow. Yeah. And if you think about it, Xenia, we think it's rip-off right now. It ain't high, it's a rip-off right now. But imagine how high it's going to keep on going. You know what the Bible says about a loaf of bread? I'm sure you do. I'm sure most of y'all does. And look how much a loaf of bread is right now at the store for the cheapest loaf.
There we go. Okay, now we got her.
Look what she said on chicken tenders. Our meats is
yeah, that ain't cheap.
We'll try to find a cheaper store, but they really ain't none. I mean, they really ain't. They ain't no sales no more, are there, hardly?
No. Let's see. She looks just like Faith. They do. They look. All of them looks about the same when they're that age.
Well, Faith loves her. She's gonna be a good big sister to her.
She does. She does. All right, on to the next spot in this. Since we got that right there, and this is kind of some of what we was talking about on how you cannot change what's happening. I mean, there may be a situation where you have to choose, one way or another way, and that will determine how something turns out. But you can't actually change something that is specifically supposed to happen, and that's the timing of God. We don't have to stay in a bad situation if God makes a way out, but there is situations where no matter if it is a bad situation, you have to wait until God's timing comes through. Just like Joseph asked the cupbearer to remember him so that he could be released from prison. Well, Joseph did remember him. He did not forget about it, but it was still a matter of God's timing because that took 2 years before it actually happened. So just because you get in a certain situation does not mean that it's going to end right there and the situation is going to change. You may have to go through it for a little while because it's God's timing, not ours. That's definitely something that we have no control over is when in a situation you have to deal with God's timing, and that's just all there is.
But at least y'all are smart enough. Y'all can prepare for everything. Y'all know. Y'all been warned. There's a reason y'all know what's going on. There's a reason y'all are at this live stream right now. Mm-hmm. Y'all see the problem, and y'all can do y'all's part for y'all's family and stuff and do y'all's best when it comes all the way. More than other people, too. I mean, there'll be a lot of people that will think I'm crazy and stuff like that. There'll be a lot of people who think that if you start talking to them, but really, it's up to them what they're going to believe. I know y'all know that. Lots of people is not going to believe what we did. They didn't believe Noah. They laughed at Noah and stuff in their family. They laughed. And look what happened when that flood come. Because
Hey, Francine.
Hey, Francine. How you doing tonight?
Shop stores early in the AM and you can get marked down meats. Yeah, anywhere that you can find a deal.
Anytime you can get a deal is going to help.
Like we've had to do 2 or 3 stores, not just one store because, if the meats are cheaper somewhere, definitely do that because, stuff is not cheap anymore. So if you can get something on sale and maybe buy some extras while it's on sale to put back up until maybe it goes back on sale again, I definitely recommend that because if not, a lot of people is going to be hungry or going to be going without because the money is not out there like it once was for nobody. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still billionaires still doing just fine, but there's also middle class that are coming down to the poorer sector, and there's poor that's getting even poorer. And this economy is going to hurt everybody. And what's going to happen is the people with all of that money are going to sit down on it, and that's going to hurt the economy even more, especially for the people that has less. So anywhere that you can save $1, do it. We're having to just watch for sales. If you go into a room, cut the light off when you come back out of it. Don't leave it on. I try to tell that to kids in this house.
We're trying to get the power down, but
because anywhere that you can save 1 cent is going to help in the long run. Because literally when they're saying penny pinching, we're to that point that every penny counts now. And it don't matter if it's getting your power bill down or if it's, changing your insurance to a different company to see if you can get a better rate at it, whatever you got to do. Because everywhere we can save $1, we're going to have to because that's just how expensive everything's getting. And it seems like if you catch a break and you think, oh, I made some money, I can save a little bit or put a little bit back, something may go wrong, just like Chris. She's had a freezer go bad. So it's just like every which way we turn, something's kind of trying to come at us. I guess that's part of the trials of the end time. Something seems to always be coming at us to make life a little harder. You'd think with all the technology and the advancements that life would get easier, but I think it's actually got more hectic and chaotic and harder than it even was in the 1800s. They had a lot simpler lives.
If you can save just a little money, just like what Stephanie said. My daughter thought I was crazy with my preps until she needed something, but she said, I'm the light Nazi.
I'm having to do that same thing.
I'm dealing one-on-one every day right here.
Speaking of that, whoever was in there last, there's 2 lights on right now behind me. And I know the man that was in there last.
This is our light, not.
I'm like, cut that off. And just like the bedroom in there where the girls is, there's a lamp on, and then the overhead lights are on. Like, what do we need this lamp for if the overhead lights are on?
But it's very true. Because at the end of the month, y'all know how it works, how cycle works. Every month, you're going to keep power. There's the bill coming. If you can save $1,
that's what I'm doing.
That really helps.
Courtney says she's thankful for her stockpile. I know a lot of people right now are thankful for their stockpile. And just like us right now, our stockpile is saving us money because I'm trying to use up anything that's older, like getting more expired compared to the newer stuff. That way, that money that we spent back then hopefully is not going to waste. And then we're not having to spend that money right now to eat it. Because, if you got 5 cans of black beans in the cabinet, don't go buy 5 cans right now and eat those and continue to let those set. Go ahead and eat those before they expire, and either go ahead and buy them 5 to replace them, or don't buy them at all, because don't buy them and eat them now, and then that stuff's just getting older and has more of a chance to expire. Okay.
We got Jen on there. How you doing tonight, Jen? She may have been on.
Okay, I think she's talking. I think Xenia is talking to Destiny. So hello, Destiny, and welcome in.
Yeah, good to see you.
Oh, and Jen. I meant to say hello. Unless I done did, I may have forgot it. I don't know.
I walked out a while ago, so I don't know if they might have been on a while ago. I don't know.
I have people that make fun of us for preparing. We've had that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been years now. I had this dream, and that's one of the reasons I started my channel. She knows the dream I'm fixing to talk about, and a lot of y'all does too. I dreamed all the stores was wiped out, and I believe this dream was from the Lord for me to warn people, because I come on I don't even know if I think it's private now, but I know a lot of y'all's been with me a long time. I try my best to get people to prep food and stuff, because I had that dream, and I believe to this day, I believe God showed me in that dream what was coming, because it happened and stuff. And I told her, I remember when I told her, I said, we better prepare. We better try to do everything we can, because the grocery stores is going to go bare. And she looked at me like I was crazy to begin with, but she listened to me and stuff. And she said, if you had that dream, we need to do this. So that's
I am the type of person that if you tell me something about a dream, I will listen on it. Like if you tell me an event may happen or something like that, if there's a way to prevent that, which I think is what dreams are for like that, is to give you a heads up so that you can do something to prepare for it or to prevent something. Because both of us has had dreams on, just different kind of stuff, not just necessarily disaster stuff. And if we hadn't done certain things, I believe them dreams would have fulfilled. But we took measures against it, and that stuff didn't happen. And then we've had dreams about stuff that was going to happen, and we prepared for it, and it happened. But since we were prepared for it, I think we had a different outcome than what would have been if we had not listened. So I wish you was close enough to help me. I would if I was close enough, Chris. We had a freezer years ago before I got into canning, when a storm came through and our power went out, and I lost a whole entire deep freeze of our whole entire garden that we had grown. And that's before I knew how to can, because people would tell you, that you're going to blow the canners up. So I got into canning, but I would freeze it. We would grow it and I would freeze it. And we lost that whole entire freezer. And that's one of the reasons I'm like, look, we need to learn how to can.
Was it Mama or my grandma, or was it my mother or whatever that taught you how to can?
Your mama.
Yeah, she knew how to do it. When I think
we lived right beside them.
She done it.
And your daddy done it too.
Yeah, my daddy.
So between the both of them, that's where it came from on that. I grew up on canned stuff, and I had seen it done my whole entire life. But, when you're younger, they don't usually let you get in there with that stuff and all that. Which Faith, she helps me with the whole process until it gets time to put it in the canner where it's hot. But as far as, cutting stuff and packing stuff and things like that, now she knows how to do all that kind of stuff. And then I run the canner. So I think that's a good thing, because I think there's generations that have been lost on the canning, because I didn't know how to do it when I was younger either. I had seen it done my whole life. I had eaten no telling how many jars of it. But we grow the garden, and I would freeze it. And then when I lost it, I'm like, that was a whole year's worth of growing.
When what happened?
When we lost that freezer at that
yeah.
storm. I said, that is a whole entire year's worth of garden season that we lost. We got to have a different way to preserve this. 1 week and it was gone.
Yeah.
Already had to do this one time this year when the storm came through. Yep, that's definitely something.
What Jen is saying, I've had that happen to me. So many people has told me on my site that they're going to trust God and stuff that I should not be. Not everybody, but y'all know a bunch of people. So I've dealt with a lot of people like that, Jen, on there out there, and I'm sure you have on your channel too. Have you?
What now?
A lot
I was
of
reading
people
comments.
Go down just a little bit. No, go down to this.
Down.
Read that comment right there.
They try to jump in for prayer and so on.
Not
Okay,
trust,
I actually done a video, just a regular video on that. It's been a long time ago, but where people would say, if you're a Christian and you trust in God, then why do you prepare? Well, that's like looking at Noah and saying, well, didn't Noah trust God? Why did he build an ark?
Yeah, it's basically the
well,
same
the
thing.
real deal is God told Noah to build that ark to prepare for a flood. So Noah listened to him, and Noah survived that flood. God has given us enough sense and enough eye-opening messages to know that there's possible shortages coming and an all-out disaster that could happen. And he's given us an opportunity to prepare. It's on us if we don't. And that's not nothing about not trusting God. That's like saying, well, if I run off the side of a cliff, ain't God going to save me? No, he still gives you your own judgment, and you can make stupid decisions or you can make smart ones. And to me, prepping and being prepared is a smart one. Because it doesn't matter if you're honestly preparing for the end of the world or possibly a job loss or sickness.
Okay.
It can come in handy.
Be careful, too.
At any time. It's not just preparing for an apocalypse like people think. It's preparing for, anything in life that can happen. There's people right now that have had, a husband get hurt on a job or to die or to come down sick and she didn't work. And if they hadn't have took the money that he made and put it back into a pantry, how would she have got through that, period of transitioning? Her family could have starved to death if they hadn't been smart enough to prepare while it was there. It's just situations like that you also prepare for, too, because you don't know what life's going to throw at you.
I'm proud of all y'all, too, because you can see all the posts. I'm going to say to every one of y'all what y'all are saying right there. Y'all, that makes me
And that's
happy.
a perfect example, too, Stephanie. Joseph was given the opportunity to save God's people by prepping. What did he do? They went through them 7 years of plenty and put it up to prepare for that 7 years of not.
Yeah.
If God did not intend for us to be preppers and prepare for stuff, why would he give that dream in 7 years of plenty to make up for that 7 years of not? That's just common sense.
You never know.
Yeah,
Amen.
you don't, Courtney.
You don't know.
You don't.
It don't matter how good of a job you got. I mean, I wished it was just a permanent job for everybody that wants to work like that. But you really don't know, because they can really let you go anytime. There can be a crisis. Look how many people is out of jobs on account they ain't as many jobs as they used to be.
That's right. Well, Stephanie put it too on this. Husband had surgery last year, and if we hadn't had preps, just Courtney and Stephanie, I mean, they're telling it too, just like that. If it hadn't have been for, them situations, like a lot of people are saying it right now, we are living off of our preps because times are tough and we don't have the money to go all the way through it. So stuff that we've already bought, we're having to eat now. So that was smart preparing. It's just the way things is.
We got somebody new on.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, Jake. How you doing, my friend? Might as well say hey to his
Oh,
wife,
and Jeanette. Yeah, I don't know where she's at. She's usually the first one that ever pops up.
And she
So,
has
hello,
went to
Jeanette.
sleep.
Is she asleep?
She's sleeping away.
Oh,
She got the ball. She's already set the ball down.
She done set the bottle down. She says, I'm done with that.
She
I'm
is-
going to nap.
I ain't gonna say she's calling night. She's going to sleep for a
she
while.
will be back up.
Yeah,
I
she'll be
guarantee
back
you.
up tonight.
She's not out
She
for the night.
likes to fight sleep big time, y'all. She likes to stay up,
Yeah.
see what's going on.
I'm surprised she's asleep right now. We have been gardening Canada. Exactly what we tell them. Yeah, see, Jen, that's exactly. Put it up. Garden and put it up. That's what we're doing. We're putting in
that's my goal.
extras, not only to help offset the grocery costs this summer, but to put up.
I will tell
we just
everybody
need
this
to.
too. For the people that does
I'm going to
not
get some drink. I'll be back.
have a garden, or maybe you're in a place that won't grow it good, try your best. Ask God to help you. Try your best to grow. If you can't grow it, try your best to buy some that somebody you can trust that ain't putting nothing in it, something like that right there. Try to do it like that right there. You know, something they're canning. If you can, get in with them like that right there. If you can't grow it yourself, anything you can, because the prices, to me, I know y'all think they're incredible now, but I'm telling you, they're gonna go up. They're gonna keep on going up. It's unbelievable right now. If I was to go buy a cheeseburger, how much a cheeseburger is anywhere. Now, I remember when they used to be cheap. I know a lot of y'all members too. I had bought cheeseburgers 3 for $1, y'all, and it was decent. They was not the biggest cheeseburgers, but I got full. I remember when they was cheap. Nobody complained about prices like that. And I lived in the state of Alabama when there was a lot of poor people that I lived around. We was poor. We was beyond poor. My daddy and my mother and stuff and us, we just tried our best to grow a garden and stuff like that. We've done the best. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Mom and Daddy, for doing the best they could.
Okay.
But
My throat.
I'm talking about them prices
What are you
again.
doing
They're
about
really incredible. I mean, anything. I mean, anything you drink. It's just like Jesus drinking a little Mountain Dew. Show them what you're drinking.
Yeah, I'm drinking a little bit of Mountain Dew. And this cup, y'all, is ice water that we got at McDonald's for free.
Just like if
we didn't even get a Coke because they're like $2 and something.
I remember when Cokes, I bet you a bunch of y'all drunk them too, when they come in a glass bottle. I've talked about this before. You turn them up, they're super strong, and they was dirt road cheap. How many of y'all's bought a Coke right there? What's the cheapest you've ever bought a Coke for? I bought them cheap before.
50 cents, bro. Well, no. We could get them generic ones one
They
time
ain't
out of a
none
Coke
cheap
machine
no
for
more.
25 cents. For a can of Coke. I told you she wouldn't sleep long. I told you that little booger wouldn't sleep long.
That's bad when you get a piece of gum for hardly nothing.
There's Jeanette. Hello, Jeanette. It's about time you get on here.
But them days is memories. They won't ever go with them prices no more.
My papa wanted to tell you both that he has 2 bathtubs outside with tomatoes, watermelon, cucumber, peppers. My papa used to be a farmer. Hey, whatever you got to do to get it growing, I agree with it.
Yeah, whatever method you use, if you just, whatever, it don't matter what method you do, just do, if you can, do some kind of method you can to grow something out.
Rick is tilling a bigger place this weekend. Jen's adding more to the preps.
That's all. That makes me feel good. That's awesome.
And as Courtney's saying, if anybody on here don't know, most of y'all have been on here long enough though.
Carter.
Carter, y'all always say a prayer for Carter, Courtney, and Blair because Carter has a disease that they say is uncurable, which is pecan. You can look him up, Carter Anderson. You can just Google it and you can find him. But just like she's talking about, she's got even a whole nother different kind of prepping. And it's something we all need to do. I have to do it too because of Faith. Everyone knows being a type 1 diabetic, and that's medical. If y'all have a situation, well, even myself, like I could get in a bad situation because I rely on thyroid medication every single day, or I have to deal with some serious issues.
They'll only give you like 30 days of that pill,
and
right?
See, I have a flaw. I only get 30 days, and that's all I can get. They're not giving me no upfront. So if something was to happen, after 30 days, and I haven't found no alternative to help nothing. I've tried other stuff, and it does not replace it. But if you have any kind of medical necessities, equipment, life-saving things, stuff like that, definitely stock that up too, because we're not just talking about, food. There's way more to prepping than just food.
Look what's going on in China right now. I mean, they've cut that stuff off. Basically, the price is continuing to rise. All the tariffs and stuff. And China we've been buying that stuff for years. I know y'all have been too. But it ain't because we wanted to. It's because we had to. But the money ain't out there like it used to be. And there's so many people out of jobs too. The cost of living went up. Everything. It's crazy price now.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff to prep for.
Insulin is very important, just like insulin.
Insulin is extremely important.
There's
too,
so many type 1 and type 2 diabetics.
Everybody that knows, if you don't have the insulin in your life, you go in DKA, and I mean, it's just not a good situation.
That's awesome. I'm proud of you. Anybody
job,
just like,
y'all.
I know most of y'all's smart and stuff, and y'all been prepping and preparing, but that's awesome, because anything that you can right now, especially medical supplies, anything you can, because I know y'all don't know there's shortages on its way. You mark my words. I don't know exactly when, but even if they ain't shortages, look how much you're going to get ripped off by the stuff by buying it.
Yeah. I take meds every day, and I try to skip a dose here and there to have extra. Francine, I understand the situation. See, I take one every day, and I try not to miss a dose, because if I do miss a dose by the next day,
she's got to have that stuff.
I'm all messed up. So, if something happens, I guess I just get to hang in as long as I can hang in and deal with whatever happens.
We did try a method. If you don't mind,
beef liver. We tried the beef liver, and I come completely off my medicine for a while.
She done awesome for
I've done good for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then it's kind of like it started kicking in, and things just. I had to get back on the other, unfortunately. Let's see. I seen something about Chris here. I had an ultrasound on my neck because the blood work came back messed up, and I thought about you. Oh, Chris, what are you having ultrasounds on your neck about? Your thyroid's not messed up, is it, girl?
She's over smiling away.
She's happy. She's laughing at you.
She's smiling away. Hey, girl.
She said, I had a 5-minute nap. I'm happy now.
At least I got to see her tonight, because she's grown so much.
Tariffs are going to be hard. They are.
Yeah, when that really does kick in, we think everything's high now. Can y'all imagine what's fixing to happen? I know y'all don't know, but it's going to be more believable when we see it with our own eyes. But I don't even I used to love going to the store with my mother and stuff when I was a kid.
Nobody likes going to the store now.
Everybody was in a better mood then. But now when you go to the store, you better be ready for anything, because the people that's in there now, there is some good people, but a lot of people in there that you really got to watch out for. But the prices are crazy.
She thinks, Chris, send me your, what was messed up on your blood work? You can text it to me. You don't have to put it here.
Yeah, everybody give.
So I know what's going on.
Chris, Courtney.
Lord mercy, girl.
Little Carter and Blair. He needs prayers to keep him strong.
Yep.
It's like Courtney.
All right. Yeah, we do. We take so much for granted. And just like right now, we're all in a situation where we don't think as much about some stuff. But there's going to come a time where that's going to be one of the most important things, just like medical. If you don't have your medical supplies that you need and this goes down, I mean, that's a whole nother ball game. Even more than just food.
Did you have my heart medication?
I finally got them. See,
okay, awesome.
That's the stuff we talk about. What if there's shortages? What if the medication's not there to get? And stuff.
Make sure we have this. That's awesome. Yeah, you need. I gotta say, she definitely needs.
Yeah,
you're in a cold environment. A lot of y'all's in cold environment like her.
And just like down here this year, we might not got all the snow that a lot of places got, but we got some temperatures that we wasn't used to. I mean, it got cold here too. So if you're in a cold area, definitely be prepared for the winter.
We went from cold weather to just
we skipped spring,
humid and hot weather.
That's what I was telling me at the first of it when they was talking about, like Stephanie said they just had their last frost. And Smoke and Son got plans. I said, we're all in a whole different season.
Yeah, it's
like some people, Courtney's still getting ice. We're hot and humid. I mean, they're still winter. We're summer.
It's already growing season now here.
Throughout the 12th, second surgery, and then we'll get the big surgery date. Don't even look for an update for 6 hours. You've had it rough, Chris. Surgery after surgery, and I've seen some of the pictures, y'all, of the surgeries that she's had. The poor old girl, I'm telling you, she's had it rough too. Okay, we kind of stayed on the Bible study, but yet we went off of the Bible study. We went, trust God, and in trusting God, it is okay if you prep, because that is one way you're trusting God, because He's giving you the means to prepare now, so that you'll have it later. There is definitely something.
Be honest with y'all, we're not brainwashed like a lot of people is brainwashed in society right now.
Mm-hmm.
God has opened our eyes up just like he's opened y'all's eyes up. And I know y'all know there's a problem and y'all are trying y'all's best.
I mean, we're preppers. We went from Bible study to teach us how to persevere through these trials to completely talking about prepping. So we have got on a subject that is completely to do with persevering through these trials, and that is prepping, and that is being prepared. So the last Bible verse that I was going to put in this, I'm going to go ahead and read this while I'm thinking about it, because it lets you know where we're at and what we as believers think in our prepping. And that's John chapter 16, verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. We need peace through this, even though it's going to be a hard time. We have that peace of knowing that eternal is what we're looking for. We may struggle through this, it may be hard to get through, but eternal is our main thing. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. We need to let everyone know that no matter what we're going through and how hard it is, God's done won. This battle is done won. It's done over with. We're just having to go through the fleshly trials of this world. So we might as well be of good cheer, do the best that we can, and put it in God's hands, and remember that he has overcome the world. And when this comes to an end, we have an eternal home with him. That's how I'm going to end this part of the Bible study, and we can still talk about prepping. But that's the end of this Bible study. For anybody that just want to stay here and hear that and don't want to hear all the prepping side of stuff, even though it has a lot to do with it, to persevere through these trials, is that you need to be prepped. God has overcome the world, and he's in control, and everything will happen during his time, and all we have to do is just do our best to get through it. Are you sliding?
See, I'm going to be taking over your live stream for
Are you wiggling? Yeah. Come here. You making me block the screen. You making me block the screen. So here it come.
Basically, we're seeing Bible prophecy get fulfilled as we speak. That's really what's going down. I mean, and God, especially all y'all people knows it's in the Bible and stuff. I'm thankful to the Lord right now that he woke me up on a lot of stuff, because that way I can get more prepared for it and stuff when it does come to a lot of different things.
Yeah, we're not brainwashed. The Bible, reading the Bible has given us the knowledge that we were talking about to prep and to prepare, just like the Bible and God is what led Noah and Joseph to do all the things that they did. And Joseph saved the whole entire city, outskirts of the city, all that of people. Not just his family, not just himself, by listening to God to literally prep food.
I could even say this scenario to y'all right now. I'm going to go ahead and say it, I guess. Pretend I was not prepping at all. Antichrist coming on this earth. So many people thinks we're not going to be here and stuff. My opinion has changed probably for a long time. It's been changed and stuff, because I got taught that we was not going to be here. There was going to be a rapture and stuff. This is a real talk. I don't know what y'all's opinion is on this. Fine either way. That's up to y'all on y'all's opinion. But right now, if we did not prepare, did not have nothing, the Antichrist coming to the scene, he's going to use every tactic for food or anything else and stuff to get you to do what he wants you to do and the people working for him. So it's very important right now. I feel like in my heart for everybody prepare for what's coming. Because if you do have some food and everything on hand, because he don't like nobody. He tricked the angels to fall with him. He even corrupted them. He's an awesome liar. Just be honest with y'all. He's an awesome liar. He's good at it. He's good. Look how many people he's got deceived right now. And them people that he's got deceived is working hand in fist right now to go ahead and get y'all to do anything you can, not prepare, not think about the Lord, anything they can to do that right there, to put pressure on you and stuff, because they don't want you to go to heaven. And they're working for the devil right now, even though the devil does not like, they're all made, the ones like that, they could change. I hope they change. I really do hope they change. But lots of them, I know y'all know there's a group of them that's way, way, way out there.
All right, Xenia, y'all get some rest and safe travels for tomorrow until y'all get to Alabama. I know y'all tired being on the road.
Amen, Francine. A lot of people's blinded. Thank you, Lord. For God, y'all know y'all ain't blinded. Y'all know what I'm saying. Not everybody's going to be blinded. I would rather know what's coming than not. Yep. Yeah, exactly right.
What are you doing? Yeah. Francine says, I'm getting some plastic gallon containers for rice and pasta tomorrow. Well, Francine, I'll tell you just like today what I did. Me and Faith ate the last of a pickle jar, one of the big jars of pickles. And so I just took the label off of it and washed the jar because it's got a good seal on the jar and stuff like that. You can put rice in it. You can put pasta in it. You can put beans in it. Anything that you don't want something getting to, save from having to buy one small container. So anything that y'all can reuse, definitely do it. Definitely do it. Mm-hmm. All right, Holly's saying good night because the dog has to go for a walk. All right, love you, Holly, and take the dog for a walk.
Yeah, you have a good night too, Holly.
I know what Chris is talking about. Yes, definitely not just preps for your belly, but preps to keep people from taking those preps.
Okay, Steven said, I'm so glad I caught you guys. I'll be back in the bed. More awesome.
All right, get that garden going. Definitely need gardens. I recommend anybody grow, whether it's on a back porch patio, in containers, whatever you can do.
Jen said, we planted last year blackberry, raspberry. Very healthy for you, good for you too.
That's what everybody needs to do. Will you hand me that bottle?
Yeah.
I won't have to walk in front of the screen.
Right here. It's a little bottle.
It is a little bottle, but I like the big ones. Yeah, that's what I really want. It's big bottles.
God bless you too, Holly. God bless all y'all for taking the time out this night.
Yes.
To go and talk to us about the Lord and stuff. So God bless everyone y'all too.
Yep. Yeah, we got this. God will see us through it. Might not be easy. We might have to do without a few things every once in a while. But just like I was saying, we have to remember that the end is eternal. So whatever happens between now and then, it needs to be for God. Yeah. That way you know where you're going when this life is over. Working on the garden at the farm.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome to see because, everybody is I know y'all know what time we're in. It's really, really difficult time with everything going on. Everything's going, it's not going down. It's up. Our money is not worth nothing. Mm-hmm. It's really putting a lot of pressure on people.
The white charger, yeah, ask sister too.
She's want what?
The other charger thing.
Oh. Blessed, not grateful.
Well, I told him earlier because I was in the middle of dishes and cleaning the kitchen because y'all know how it is with a house full of kids. It's just constant. I'm hungry. I don't even know where it all goes and stuff. So I was cleaning the kitchen. I was washing, and I told him, I said, I've scheduled a Bible study for 8:00 because he was out push mowing. He's been weed eating and push mowing all day long. And so I told him, I said, I'm going to do a Bible study at 8:00. I said, I'm going to do it. I said, because we seen that street preacher today. I said, there is not enough people that are spreading the word and doing what they need to do. And I said, all the big churches and things like that, like we was talking about, I said, it's money. They want money. I said, but the real thing about it, it's not the money. It is saving souls. I said, if one person can get saved off of it, anything like that, I said, that is the goal. That is what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep, is today Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. I think today's Tuesday, and that's why I was doing the Bible study, because I'm supposed to have them on Tuesday nights. But, coming up with the Bible study and, doing the research on it and stuff like that sometimes can be a little time consuming. And, I might have my hands a little full. But I went ahead today and I took a break from it while she took it out. And I said, I'm going to see if I can figure out, what I think might be something that needs to be talked to. So I just put something in. And this is one of the first things that come up was, how to persevere through trials. And I thought that's a good one for end times because we're going to be going through some very serious stuff. And people need to know what you need to do to really get through it. And that's the subjects we ended up on.
I want to tell somebody too. Oh, there's gonna be somebody watch this probably later on if you leave this live stream on,
I will
that
stay
needs
on.
to hear this message and stuff. The most important thing, we may be going through trials, tribulation right now, but most important thing I want to talk to everybody too that's out there. They may be somebody that's not saved, that's going through a crisis right now. It comes out here and watches this live stream. So important right now. We're all going to meet the Lord. I am, she is, whatever. God is so good. If you bow your head and you ask him to forgive you in Jesus Christ's name for all your sins you've done, don't let the devil convince you or make you think that you can't, you're too far gone, or any kind of tactic. That is a devil's tactic. He will try his best to scare you off and try and manipulate you and stuff. Don't let him do that. Bow your head and ask God. Say, please, Lord, please forgive me for everything I have done. In Jesus Christ's name, I truly talk to him for a while. He'll be tickled to death to hear you. And just ask for all that right there and bow your head when you do it and ask for Jesus Christ's name. He will hear you and he will forgive you. Don't let the devil trick you like you've done too much, you can't get saved. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that believes they can't get saved because maybe they've done stuff in their life. God will forgive you for anything if you truly mean it, because he knows in your heart if you really mean it or not. He knows if you're trying to trick. They ain't no tricking him at all. He knows. He knows if you're trying to trick him. Ask that right there. And he don't care about money. He don't care. He don't care about, like that right there. You can be the poorest man on earth. He just truly wants us to love him and stuff and ask for forgiveness in Jesus Christ's name, because that's very important for everybody that hears this message.
Yep. And something we need as Christians too, and just like everybody's put it on here, and Francine put a prayer up, so thank you for that prayer for everybody too. But we need to remember each other in prayer, to pray for each other, for our brothers and sisters in Christ, and for whatever they may be going through in their trials and tribulations, because you want more bottle, don't you? I'm trying to tell them something.
You'll go ahead and
you want me to do it or you do it?
Go ahead and do it.
Let me go do this. I'll go back and I'll try to remember where I'm leaving off. Yeah. She may holler for just a minute.
It's just, we're going through so much. It's a worldwide thing, what's going down. It's so many people knows their problem and they can't figure it out. But the devil and his minions is behind this problem that's going down, setting this stuff up worldwide right now. That's why we're seeing a lot of people, I'm afraid, is giving up and stuff. You don't need to give up. You need to be strong, because we're seeing it go down. Lots of stuff. They won't take care of it. She's already got the bottle ready. I know y'all women knows and men knows too. When she gets ready to eat, now she'll tell you she's ready to eat.
All right, I'm coming. Somebody wanted some food and a snack, so.
Well.
Detour. I told y'all it might end up being like this on live. That I might end up sidetracked sometimes. Because somebody wants to eat and they don't care what's going on, do they? They want that belly full.
Do you got anything to say?
Yeah, I was trying to finish something. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so remember everybody in prayers. If you know somebody that has a need, whether it's finances or it's surgeries or, medical stuff or anything like that, try to remember to pray for them, because God hears those prayers. And when people pray, things happen. That's just how it is. So if you know somebody that needs something, pray for them. Because if you're not in a situation to help them, maybe their finances, they're struggling or something, maybe you're not in a situation to help them, you can always pray for them. Right. We can always pray for anybody. If there's a medical situation going on, we might not can fix their medical situation, but we can pray for them. It's definitely something we can pray for, because, we've had it on here tonight. Chris is dealing with some issues. She's had multiple surgeries and looking at more surgeries. Courtney and Blair, they have to be strong for Carter because he has medical issues. Xenia has a son that, she deals with stuff with medical issues. So, anybody in that situation, Jake's supposed to have surgery. So we have a lot of people that are dealing with a lot of stuff. And if we all pray for each other, I know I've been on the other side of it with y'all praying for me and for things that are happening, and it works miracles.
Prayer works.
It really does.
It really does.
So that's one of the things that Christians that I think a lot of us slack on. And if you really think about it, and I've done this stuff myself, so I'm just as guilty as anybody. But if somebody asks you, hey, will you remember to pray for me that I've got so-and-so going on? Don't just say, oh, yeah, I'll pray for you. When I say my prayers, I'll pray for you. Go ahead and stop for just a moment in your head and pray for them. Because that way maybe later on tonight, you don't forget that to pray for them, because I've been guilty of that too. And then think the next day, I said I was going to pray for them and I forgot about that.
All right.
Stop right then and do it.
Listen, if you're ready to do it, I'll pray.
Go ahead.
Dear Heavenly Father, I want to pray for everybody on here. I want to pray for everybody that asked for us to pray for them too, Lord God. I know we're all going through stuff. You know exactly what's here, what's coming, what's going to happen. I know you know everybody's hearts. Dear Heavenly Father, please, I'm hoping somebody will hear this prayer that we was talking to them about how important it is to get saved, because we all are, one of these days we all will die, and it's so important to be saved through Jesus Christ right now, Lord God. Please let everybody hear this prayer, and please help everybody and guide everybody from whatever they need. In Jesus Christ's mighty name, amen.
Amen. So there we have it. Everybody's had prayers, and just like I said, that's one of the things that we can never say that, oh, we can't help so-and-so with something because, maybe we don't have the extra money, maybe we don't have the extra food, or maybe it's a medical condition and you can't help, but you can always pray.
Faith.
You can always do that.
You gotta have faith too. That's so important to have faith, because God, there's nothing He cannot do.
He's sovereign over everything.
There's nothing, but don't. At one time in my life, I was scared to ask Him when I was younger for certain things. Ask Him for stuff that He can do. There's nothing He can't do. So He's not going to help you unless you ask for that right there. Tell Him what you need and what to help you with and stuff too. That's very important too, because a lot of people don't know that and stuff. He's so good too. He wants us to talk to Him and stuff. But there's so many people that needs Him and stuff right now. I know y'all know. Mm-hmm. Been a great fall away. Great.
This nation, this world. I'm not going to just say this nation. This world is in the dumps, just to be honest. Yeah. This world is going down the tubes as we speak, minute by minute. There is no telling what right now, in this hour that we have been on this Bible study, of the evil stuff that has happened and the ungodly stuff that has happened. Just in this hour that we've been on this Bible study, this whole entire world needs a revival. It needs it. That's just all there is to it.
This ain't talked about much. Think how many people worldwide dies a minute. Mm-hmm. It's pitiful. And there's so
how many of those will be unsaved?
This not saved. This stuff is so important. He made us and stuff. I don't want nobody to go to hell. But hell is real as I'm sitting here speaking.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, pray for the world, the whole world, that more people would wake up to what's happening, that more people would accept Jesus and things like that, because it's going to be some tough times. And the more people that are on God's side, the better it will be for them and for us.
Yeah.
The less that we will have to deal with, but it's one less person that Satan gets. So we definitely need to pray for a revival, pray for people to wake up.
Y'all done know this for him say, so don't get talked about like you used to. I heard this years ago. Hell's enlarging itself. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why we all need to be saved and be ready. Because we don't know, how long we're going to be here. Freak accident could happen. Anything could happen to us. It's so important to be saved.
Mm-hmm. I believe we've all got people in our family like that, Jen. that we all know somebody, whether it's family, friends, neighbors, people that you don't even know, but that you run up on that you can tell, that they're not saved. There's always somebody out there that we can pray for their soul. Always.
That's right. She's getting full, ain't she? Can y'all tell how much she's grown? I'm telling you, she has grown to me.
She has got big. Way big, especially when you put her in a car seat and start trying to drag her around. She went from just toting a car seat around like there wasn't nothing in it to
this time.
You're going to have to chill, girl.
I know it's going to be a while, but I think she's going to talk a lot quicker since she's got sisters. It's amazing how that works.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got one baby, then the next baby will usually start talking earlier. And I believe that she's going to talk a lot earlier.
Like Faith was the slowest one on everything. She took a little longer to walk. She took a little longer to talk and stuff like that. But then Hannah come around and she picked up on it. And then this one right here is
she's really
she's
growing.
Going. I mean, she's really advancing.
See, I'm a good little girl too.
Oh yeah. So all I want's a clean diaper and a warm bottle.
She's happy too.
Generational salvation, yes. You need it.
Definitely we need right now, especially in these times, and I know we all know what all is. We really need Jesus. Well, that's what we really need.
Yeah, we all need Jesus.
Then everything else will fall in place more, on there, right there. Even though I know He's going to throw everything. Every one of y'all, He's going to throw everything in the world He can against you too. Y'all know that.
That's where you have to do just like we were talking about. You have to persevere through the trials. You have to remember that God's in control, and no matter what the devil is throwing at you, just like Job was always right there with God. It didn't matter what the devil tried to throw at him, time and time again, he was still right there for God.
Ask God to help make you stronger too. That's very important too, because what all we're going through and what all we're seeing. I mean, going out public or wherever you're going to, it's way different than it used to be.
She doesn't hold the bottle. Trying to. There you go. You can hold it now, sort of. All right, she's about to doze off, y'all. But that's what this Bible study was about, is how to persevere through the trials. And I think we went through the biblical side of stuff, and then we talked about our prepping side of it and the reasons a lot of y'all put the reasons why you do it. And it's not out of fear. It's not because we're fearful. It's because we've had our eyes open. We know, we see things that are coming, and we know we need to prepare for it while we have a chance to, and not be caught in the mess of what's coming.
Fear one thing. I fear the Lord. We're supposed to fear the Lord, but God gives us enough sense to know time is at hand about preparing. I mean, it really is. It's like hamburger meat. I like a good hamburger. You'll probably know that because I'm from the state of Alabama. I love a good cheeseburger, and it's just crazy how high priced everything is.
Ain't that's true.
It really is.
Have you ever made? No, I hadn't, Chris.
What she asked?
Made rice.
I've eaten a bunch of rice in my life.
Yeah, that's definitely something, Jen. Canning supplies. Don't forget that on your prepping thing, because you can't grow a garden.
Very important.
And preserve that garden if you don't have canning supplies. So definitely jars, lids, seals, all that. Definitely need to do that.
I told them earlier, if they're in an area that they can't grow as much, if they can get in with somebody that knows how to can, or somebody that will teach you how to can, or something, it'll really help too.
Yes. Anyway, you gotta do it. Try to put it back. Yeah. That's for sure. Thankfully you're back. I am glad to be back. We're slowly getting back into it. I might not get as many actual videos out, but I am trying to keep up with the Bible studies and stuff like that. Bless you. You done got a big old bottle. Yeah.
See, I'm a big girl, ain't I? She's really grown. Can you tell how much she's grown like me? I mean, I can see it.
Yeah. I can definitely see it. So we can definitely see it.
So I'm going to be saying hey to everybody before long.
So you going to say hey? Says, nope, I'm just going to squirm around right now. All right, kiddo. There you go.
This has been a live stream. I didn't know what she's gonna talk about, but I'm glad.
Yeah, he got a live stream sprung on him there on it. I said, it's Tuesday night. I'm supposed to do a Bible study. And then he went back out there and mowed for a while. And I said, it's scheduled for 8. And that was like 7:10. He's like, it is? I'm like, yep. So there we have it. But I guess we will say bye to him, won't we? And start getting everybody ready for their pretend sleep. She'll give me one little nap again now before she actually dozes off for the whole night. Till about, I don't know, midnight.
Sure, she's smiling now. She's growing.
Are you smile?
She's just a big smile. She smiled at me all day long. I mean, I bet she smiled at me, I don't know how many times today. More today than she has. And yesterday she did a decent amount too. I tell you, she's advancing.
Mm-hmm.
Water glass. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, water glass your eggs, yep.
Just
Jeff, she's gonna say Nana Chris. Are you gonna say Nana Chris? Huh? Are you gonna say Nana Chris?
You know, one of these days she'll look back and probably know if time goes on, everything ain't zapped, the internet ain't zapped or nothing. Time goes on, she gets a little older, she's gonna say, well, I was on live stream.
Yeah, she's gonna say YouTube seen me. Say YouTube seen me when I was little. Yeah. They hear them kittens.
She brought them all, you know.
She got her kitten with her. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, she is adorable. She's just an adorable little teddy bear there, ain't she? Mm-hmm. She thinks she's funny. She is. She's over here laughing at you. Are you laughing? She says, I'm watching you.
That's why we got to get everything ready because, I mean, I know what times I am, but I'm going to try to do everything I can for y'all and the girls and the baby, too. I mean, I want them to be ready and stuff like that as much as you can.
So you just make sure right now there's lots of milk. That's what I want.
That's
milk,
what
milk,
she
milk.
wants, milk, ain't she?
Yeah, that's it. All right, y'all. I'm going to get this girl ready to get her last little round here going before she tries to doze off for the rest of the night for a few hours and finish up a few things that didn't get finished.
All right, Chris. God bless y'all.
Yes.
And we love y'all too.
Yeah, y'all take care. And remember to say your prayers for everything you need and for all of us so that everybody can be lifted up. That's what we need because this world it needs more Jesus.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So
Can you watch those and make sure they don't come out?
yeah, we will. We will try to see you Friday night for singing. And if not, if we somehow miss it,
Yeah, if you don't watch it,
then I will try to do this again Tuesday night. And have another one. If y'all have any ideas on something y'all like to talk about or something like that, send me an email. Or if you got my number, send me a text or put it up here or something, whatever you want to do. And we'll try to just get through everything that's on everybody's mind. And that's what we'll do. So say goodnight to Chris and Francine and Courtney and Jeanette and Jake and Jen. And who else? Josie was on here and Smoking was on here. He had to go to the store. So good night to all of y'all, and we shall see you in the next one.
Yeah, bye, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Take care, too. Watch out for crazies. They're everywhere.
Yep.
No matter what state you're in, they really are.
Yeah, Xenia, if y'all watch the end of this, y'all stay safe on your travels.
Yeah.
All right. We're
Bye,
going.
y'all.
Say bye.